in this place. The properties look very beautiful. People live here. They're right in front of the beach, you know. So you can actually hear these waves all day long and all night long, all year throughout. What more can you ask for as an empath, ladies and gentlemen? Let's be honest. So, like I told you guys, when I'm doing these videos, I show you around, we vlog a little bit. I educate you, and I also entertain you at the same time. Okay, so I like these kind of freestyle videos. Life is not all about being serious all the time, trying to be serious. If it is serious, we can get serious, but we can also enjoy the nice moments. So at the moment, this particular time, I'm enjoying the nice moment. The walk at the beach, and the people who live here, the residents, the properties, and stuff like that. So listen, guys. Today's video is going to be called Chosen Ones Going Monk Mode. Okay? Monk Mode. Ladies and gentlemen, Monk Mode. If you want to ask me what is monk mode, what does it even mean, monk mode? That is exactly when a person decides to cut themselves off, or let's say to disconnect themselves off, or let's say to detach. Depending on which word you want to use, as long as it involves detachment, that is exactly what I call monk mode. So you guys have seen the monks, those guys in Tibet. The monks in Tibet, China, somewhere, I think, in Thailand, those monks. So the monks, they are people who are like very isolated and excluded from the external world. They are in their little, I don't know, huts or whatever. They are doing them. They are there meditating. They are there praying. They don't want any business with anybody. They don't want any interruption. They are healing themselves. They're raising their vibration. That is what they call monk mode. Now, monk mode, it is not something for everybody, okay? So if you're a person who is an extrovert, you like being all over the place, you like them clubs, you like them parties, you like anything that involves people, then you don't have any business with going monk mode. It is something for a selected few, and these people do it on purpose. Now, let me explain to you why I'm doing this video, ladies and gentlemen. So there was a time I'd just gone through an awakening. I'd received an awakening that time. And I was going through it all. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you I was going through it, I was going through it. So there's even some moments when I feel really sorry for the people who are just waking up. I really feel sorry for them, you know, because I've been there. I know those early stages of awakening. So, in those first months, I started losing people. Are you empaths following? I started losing people. I started losing friends, family. I started losing everybody. And I noticed also that nobody wanted to be with me. I did not know if it was nobody wanted to be with me, or there's something which had shifted in that time in my own personal frequency that it wouldn't allow people to come close to me. So that's when I started getting isolated. So I became very isolated from the external world. I could not understand what was happening. In the early stages, I fought with it. You know, I was struggling with it. I fought with it. I was like, no, I don't want to be isolated. So I used to want to go out there and still make it happen, make things happen, go and find a friend there, go and find a friend here. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not working. The more I tried, the more I realized it wasn't working. So I was trying to understand that, is there anything wrong with me, or what had happened to me that was making me feel and even be so isolated for this matter? Now, as you guys already know, I went online and I started researching stuff. That's when I discovered that chosen people, they always have a moment when they will usually go monk mode. Monk mode is also isolation, okay? The reason why you're going monk mode is pretty much very easy, even if many people don't understand this. Going monk mode and being isolated is actually happening for you. Being excluded from the external world is, ladies and gentlemen, happening for you, even if you don't really see it. You need a moment to self-reflect. You need a moment of silence where you are going to sit with your emotions, you are going to sit with yourself, you are going to be there, nobody will call, nobody will visit, you are going to be completely silent, and you are going to do a lot of self-reflection in your own personal life. And that is very important for a chosen one. Why? Because during that moment, the universe is talking to you, okay? Something what you might call God. Some people say God, universe, most high. The universe is speaking to you in silence. The universe is showing you stuff. God is showing you directions. God is giving you directions. You are getting insights. You are going to start receiving information from your higher self, from source. The information that you'll be receiving in that time, in that period, is all designed and aimed for you to become and to push you into your greatest version. It can be something about personal growth. Like, for example, me, I told you guys the story when I started getting insights from Croc Sather. Because I was lost in life, I was lost, I didn't have direction, I didn't know what to do. And then that's when, during the monk mode, isolation mode, that is when I got these emails, I received these emails from Croc Sather. And eventually, I started picking myself back up, and I created Denzomo's Breaking Empaths Free. So all these things happened during the monk mode when I was in isolation. Now, many times people ask me about personal development and growth. For you to be able to grow, ladies and gentlemen, for you to be able to evolve, yes, you could have been evolving at a certain rate, but the moment you decide to go monk mode, you are going to actually accelerate your growth in a way that you've never seen before. There's a reason as to why it happens like that. Nobody's dragging you along to go with them to the club. Nobody's taking you for parties. Nobody is distracting you, because you know a lot of times we are with people who are even distracting us from our own spiritual growth. They are not taking us anywhere. Maybe even we don't even see this. But they are just a distraction in disguise. And we are hung on to those people. We think they mean well for us. We think they're supposed to be a part of us. But I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, those individuals, they are not taking you anywhere. I can promise you this. When God gives you the sight to see this, you're also going to have the energy to detach from these individuals. Now, that's why I told you going monk mode is detachment. Okay, you're detaching from everything. You're detaching from the world around you. You may be forced to, because I've told you guys, sometimes you could be forced to go monk mode by the universe, by the Most High, by God. There will be situations where God is going to push you to go monk mode. But there's also situations whereby you do this deliberately. You decide, you choose this because you understand your evolution is very necessary. Your growth is very important. You can no longer keep on doing the same things over and over again. There is something you need to change. And that change is going to start with isolation. So that's why you're going to be like a monk. You're somewhere like a monk, somewhere there meditating, praying, affirming to yourself things, spending time in nature, trying to pay attention to your diet, the way you eat, the people that is around you, the dates that you've always been. So you start to pay attention to all the little details of the things and events that have been happening around you. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who knows monk mode, anybody who knows this period of isolation, they have been through it. They know what I'm talking about, and I'm very sure that we can share a lot of stuff in the comments below. There is things you're going to start to see. You will start to see the world in a different way. Now you started to understand that what you're really looking for is not something that is outside of you, because now you see what has been outside of you. It has always been a destruction in disguise. But now you're choosing to go on a journey within. A journey within whereby you're going to now start to find a lot of answers. The answers you've been looking for years, for decades. When I was in monk mode, it was that time when I discovered that I was an empath at the same time. So when I discovered that I was an empath, I had that light bulb moment whereby I got very excited, because finally I knew why I had always been like this. What was the problem my entire life? What did I do wrong? What did I used to do wrong? So I found out that I was an empath, and I discovered the reason why I used to feel the way I would feel. That is because I was moving around unconsciously, tapping into other people's energy that wasn't mine, and it had got nothing to do with me. So that's when I discovered all these things, and I got very excited in that time. Not only that, I also started discovering that there had been people around me that we weren't going anywhere. Okay, we were on different wavelengths and frequencies. They had been a part of me, yes, for the longest period of time, but at the same time, I'm discovering that they could also have been the problem. A reason as to why I was having setbacks in life. My life was dragging at the time. And I got the energy to release those individuals. So I decided to go on a journey within. That journey within brought me a lot of answers for the empaths out there who have been asking me these questions. The journey is not outside of you. Okay? Don't look outside of you for validation and stuff like that. Don't look outside of you for answers. The only thing you will see is confirmation and signs. Something what we've always called synchronicities. But the journey of growth, evolution, and development is going to be inside of you. But for that journey to begin, listen to this one, it's very powerful. For that journey to begin, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to go quiet. Nobody will hear from you. You are not going to be in clubs. You will not be partying. You will not be doing anything outside of you. You are going to go on a journey within. Now, it depends what the journey within means for you. The journey within for you could be prayer. Maybe you want to go fasting. Other people who are into spirituality, they may say, I'm going to start doing meditations. I'm going to learn how to meditate. Is why I've said monk mode, because a lot of times when you see these monks, they're very deep down there in the mountains, in nature, somewhere they're meditating. Okay? A person may go on a spiritual journey to meditate. I know some life coaches, actually, even on YouTube. So when they were starting their journey, they did a spiritual trip somewhere. Thailand or whatever, Mongolia, Tibet, those kind of journeys, spiritual journeys. During those journeys, they were learning how to meditate. They were learning how to connect with source energy. They were learning so many things about spirituality. And the moment they took those journeys, it was one of the best decisions they have ever done and ever made in their entire lives. So when I'm talking about monk mode with chosen ones, it is a very common scenario whereby you are going to actually find yourself being actually completely unplugged. It's like you are completely unplugging from the matrix, unplugging from distractions, unplugging from the people around you. You want to go silent. I don't necessarily say that you're going to book a trip to Thailand or a trip to go and meditate in the mountains in Tibet, but you're going to do a trip inside of you, in your own room, in your own comfort zone, and you're going to create a space whereby you can now start a journey of going within. I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who has taken that decision, anybody who has gone monk mode, if you're chosen one, you already know that is a journey you had to take. And that is a journey which has actually made you become the person that you have become. If you have been on that journey for a while, you already know you are not where you used to be. That is because you took a journey within. Going monk mode is also taking a journey within. You search for answers, you seek answers, you do everything you can to make sure you align yourself back to authenticity. You want to come back home to who you really are. That is when you need to go silent, to go monk mode. What I'm saying is that there are not going to be any calls. There will be some calls, of course, necessary ones, but there will no longer be any more unnecessary calls, unnecessary visits from strangers, from friends, unnecessary appearances. You used to make those appearances everywhere. Out of a sudden, out of the blue, you are somewhere. You are here, you are there. This time, you are silent. You are in your own home. You are in complete isolation. And I've told you guys, this whole thing is uncomfortable, okay? I've told you guys, this whole journey, whatever we call spiritual growth and stuff, is very, very uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes you are going to feel like you need connection with people. So for a lot of you guys who have been used to getting laid, no more ladies coming by, no more dates and stuff like that. For the ladies also the same thing, no more guys showing up and stuff like that, okay? You have completely detached from everything outside of you. You are going on a journey within. You are going to discover yourself. You are going to find out the real meaning of life. And you are going to have to understand who you really are on a spiritual level. That is a journey you can take. And that is a journey that is going to help you guys, ladies and gentlemen, become your greatest version at some point in time. So let us know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's more signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.